her Aiden Hutchinson.
Well,
so apparently she asked him about it, and he talked about it.
I don't know what else he's going to say.
Right.
But this doesn't change what A, what they should do, and B, what they can do. What they should do is try and get a center, preferably Tyler Linderbaum. I'm not even sure they can do that, but
they'll be able to
see him try. Feedback regarding Framber Valdez. Bob says maybe they didn't sign Valdez to create a 1-2 punch, but to replace Skubal once they trade him next month. A move that I would endorse, by the way. Bob writes. Then Saibu says, yeah, but Evil Boris represents him, so now you have to hate him. Remember, don't go moving the goalposts. Boris does not represent Framber Valdez. That is not true. That's gotten around, though.
Well, $38 million is a lot, and that's what they're giving Framber Valdez, and we still haven't heard whether or not the Tigers won or lost the arbitration with Skubal. And what we do know is that Skubal's going to be a Tiger.
Yep.
For how long, we don't know. I mean, whether or not that puts them on the trade block, or are they going to make a run? I would think that they're trying to make a run for it, and that they've got their replacement ready to go here with Framber Valdez for next season. But next season's next season. This season upcoming is the one that they're focused on.
Mickey tweets us, message sent. It's not about Skubal. It's not about payroll. It's 100% about the fact that Scott Boras is being a greedy blank. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Jeremy says this kind of feels like an FU to Skubal and Boras at the same time. Win now moment for the team. And then George writes in, Valdez is overrated. Tigers did Skubal dirty the same way Illich's old man did Mickey Lolich. I don't know about that, but what do you I mean, do you think this is any way an FU to Boras?
The signing of Valdez?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in a way it is. I think it's showing them that, hey, we're willing to pay money for really good pitching. We're giving this guy 38. Imagine what we could work out with you if you're willing to, but you're not. So anyway, here goes the money, and we'll see if we pay you 32 or 19.
All right. Well, look, thanks for being with us. Have a great day. Stay safe, everyone, and treat each other with respect. 97.1.
Brought to you by National Benefit Plans of Shelby Township. We're still waiting to hear from Tarek Skubal and the arbitration ruling with the Tigers from yesterday. Still no update on that. We'll bring it to you as soon as we possibly can, whether the Tigers will pay $19 or $32 million to Skubal next season. Kevin Huerter will make his Pistons debut tonight. He is officially available after getting traded from Chicago to Detroit earlier this week. The Pistons take on the Washington Wizards tonight right here on 97.1 at 7 o'clock. Pregame coverage begins at 6:35. Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris both questionable in that game. Danish Jenkins will not play for Detroit as they're sorting out his two-way contract, likely getting upgraded to a standard contract. Washington's without Cam Whitmore and Trae Young. Other NBA trade deadline news today, Jose Alvarado was traded to the New York Knicks. The Milwaukee Bucks are hanging on to Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Lakers got former Piston Luke Kennard from Atlanta. Also, the Bulls are trading Ayo Dosunmu and Julian Phillips to Minnesota for Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks. We do also have Michigan basketball tonight as they try to get to 21-1, which would be the best record through 22 games in program history, as they take on Penn State in Ann Arbor at 6:30. And, Mike, this one's just for you. The Waste Management Phoenix Open began today, and Matt Fitzpatrick leads the field through 14 holes at 8 under. He's one stroke ahead of Chris
Fun fact,
Gotterup.
this is where it all began for Scotty Scheffler 4 years ago.
The Waste
His first win on
Management
tour
in Arizona. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Brendan Shabath. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
People, I have to tell you, hold please. My God, what a relief today is. Rico, you look great. I want to explain relief versus joy. I mean this. I am so effing relieved that Scott Harris and Chris Ilitch and the Tigers put their ass out the car window and took a risk. And whether you don't or do, love or are in the middle on Framber Valdez, the whole reason it's relief is look at what this offseason has been. I mean, Rico, we sit here every day and you fight this battle where, first of all, at my current stage of doing this for 25 years, 21 of which has been in Detroit, I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so tired of being angry at teams and ownership groups and GMs. The Coney Island, which is a brilliant bit, yet I hate it because it's true. I have begged, please, someone get up from the table at Coney and let's go chase this damn thing. And the Skubal shows are exhausting. They're exhausting for you, the listener. They're exhausting for us. No, none of us are digging ditches. I'm saying you're tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. And we just had the Tigers from the clouds go out and I think enter themselves into true World Series contention. And again, I'm not enamored with Framber Valdez. I think he's good. And the point is there's no cap.
Right.
It's not my money.
Correct.
So the $38.3 million per year is also not my problem. I'm relieved. Like, I will say this. I hate defending owners of any sports. I don't like owners. I think largely ownership in sports is a grift against the public. I care about the fan. But when people will call up, and this has been the last 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, oh my God, they're cheap. They won't spend. I'm like, okay, guys, hold on. Don't make me have to take a shower. But the payroll's gone up. You can't say they haven't spent. You can say you don't like how they've spent, right?
Right.
Yesterday, last night to be more accurate, you don't just casually drop a $40 million bomb. I don't care what marketplace you are. And they did it. And it's a narrative change. And it allows us, I won't speak for anyone else. I'm speaking for me. It allows me to view the Tigers differently, the way I want to view them. Because I'm tired of that. I'm such a damn crab ass. I can just say, okay, straight up. They have arguably the best 1-2 in the AL. They are going to go to absolute war in playoff series. They have a depth of pitching we asked for. I would have been happy if they signed Lucas Giolito. Framber Valdez is clearly above that. Dude, it's just refreshing. Is that crazy that that's my viewpoint versus like Like Cookies is popping bottles.
Cookies is very happy over this. He was just like, this is going to be that move. And
I'm relieved.
I was bewildered.
Uh-oh.
No, no, because it was like the most ass backwards way of doing the right thing. But
question mark?
Yeah, but like, why do we have to do all of this in order to have off the heels of walking out of the arbitration meeting? Oh, by the way, I know you're looking for Skubal news, but
we just signed Framber Valdez.
Like, hooray! Like, because like everybody else is like, so what does this mean? You're getting rid of Skubal? Are these two related? Like, I was so confused.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
Wait, so you got them both now? And why didn't you do this earlier? And then,
part of this, okay. Now, I think there's actual rationale for why. Look, Valdez, the reports over the past few weeks is that the market kind of cratered. He's going to be 33 in November, and there wasn't really an appetite to give him a 5 or 6 year deal. So it was kind of a staring match. I think what the Tigers were able to do is kind of a different version of a Skubal deal. Hey, why don't we offer Skubal 5 years at like 50 a year and see if he bites versus 8 at 40, right? With Valdez, look, there's no planet where on merit he's the second highest paid player. Oh, you're out over there?
Yeah.
All right. So there's no planet he's the second highest paid pitcher in the game unless you want to buy him out of term. So a 3-year deal with an opt-out after 2, you pay the piper and you give him his 38. Because here's the thing. You know how I feel. I don't think there's going to be baseball in 27. This is a wonderful way to give yourself protection now and go for it. Mm-hmm. But maybe on the other side in 2028, you don't have to worry that Skubal's gone, which he is. He's gone.
And that's what I like. Did you just sign the Skubal replacement? And then it was like, well, this team is built to really, they're built for the lockout. So, like, wait, so you're on the hook for a guy, you're going to pay him even throughout the lockout, but no they're not.
Nope.
Because they're locked out. So
correctamundo. They don't get their paycheck.
As it keeps going, okay, I kind of understand where this is, but yeah, it looked as if Skubal wants to stick around, you'll have this 1-2 punch in a perfect world, baseball happens in 2027, and you got him for 3 years.
Then you're locked and loaded. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
If not, if this goes sideways and you got to trade Skubal and you got to do some other things, then you got his replacement here, and it was just like, huh. You kind of went around in circles, but I guess we're at a good point. But we have to make it this complicated.
I'm results oriented. They got the result. I can't sit here and ask them to spend and then complain about the order in which they spend. I'm not going to do that.
Right, I'm with you. I was just confused when I saw the news. Like, all right, hold on, is this real? So you got to do the new check to make sure.
Isn't it sad? That's where we're at.
Yeah,
you have to see like if something is real.
All right, let me see how many followers.
Here's Kenny Cott performing New Year's Eve in Times Square. Mike, that's not real.
Right. Okay, is this AI? No, this looks like it's going down.
Look, Harris, Greenberg, and Illich deserve credit because I don't care the order in which it happens. For Scott Harris to go to ownership and say, I don't need more soda for the vending machine. I need $40 million. I need 115 potentially over 3. And oh, by the way, 20 of it's going to be a signing bonus.
Right.
That's an ask. That's major.
Right.
And ownership doesn't have to say yes to that. So all I can tell you is, for me, this is all I've ever wanted, which is get the payroll as close to $200 million as possible. Let's have a payroll commensurate with market, and let's own the Central. Let's take this damn thing. And right now, you're outspending other Central teams at an almost 2-1 margin.
Yeah.
This is proper. I feel good about it.
Yeah, I give them credit. They moved in silence. I don't think anybody saw this one coming. It was like, well, how long was this in the works?
I got a text from a buddy who works in an organization, and even he was like, what planet did that come from?
Right.
So good on them. But I'd like to know what people look. And I do understand this. Let me just say this. I get it if you have a furrowed brow that Valdez is making this money, and we're going to await what Skubal gets today. But you have to understand something. Arbitration is not free agency. Okay? I understand what it looks like, sounds like, seems like, but it's not the same. That is why the Skubal arbitration is being so widely monitored, is that if Skubal wins it, it is going to change how arbitration is viewed, that a player in their 5th year can get close to free agent value.
Right.
Whereas before it has been a cost control, a suppression.
Well, but I think a lot of people, and right or wrong, they saw, wait, you're lowballing Skubal, but you're going out here willing to pay this man almost $40 million a year. He's one of ours. He's done stuff for us. He's taken us to the playoffs.
I know. I can't change it.
And no, that's why I was like, huh? Like, we're splitting, we're fighting over pennies here, but then you just gave him the bag. I think this is good.
I think the whole point would be if you wanted them to go all in, feelings don't matter.
Correct.
And if they look, yes, could I easily do the show? Why did you do this when we could have had Bo Bichette? Yeah, I don't want to. Like, yeah, you know where my heart was, and I wanted a right-handed bat, everyday player. Maybe they pick it up at the deadline. Does this give them one of the best rotations in the AL? Yes. Does it give them a 1-2 in a 5-game series where I don't care who they play, I'm picking them? Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, of course it's weird. I know it's weird. You're not wrong, by the way. I'm not coming down on you.
No. I'm glad you're saying that, because I do think that no matter what happens today, Skubal wins the arbitration, Tigers win the arbitration. Come opening day, season starts, we're not really going to remember this moment of who won or lost the arbitration.
No.
You're going to look at, as you said, okay, going into every series, you probably have the advantage throughout the season. You're start in a 3 or 4 game series.
You put a chokehold on the division.
Yeah.
And if you win your division, you make the playoffs. If you make the playoffs, you are in the ultimate coin flip. And all I'll tell you is, against a left-handed heavy lineup like the Yankees or the Guardians in a wild card series, etc., and you're going to start with Skubal Valdez, no one's lining up to face that. No one's excited to see that.
And for those who are little, Skubal only goes 6 innings. He goes a little bit longer. So
can we please not do the Seattle shows again?
No. But I'm saying, so yeah, and bringing in Framber, he's gonna throw more innings. So this was it's a good thing.
Yeah,
he's
one of the rare pitchers in the league that can give you 200 innings.
Yeah.
And look, look, Valdez, I have certain concerns, but I can let it alone, because it's not about whether he makes you better or not. He does. I have certain concerns in big pressure spots, but let's get to those spots first. I'd like to know what people have to say. Because for the amount, look, we all have had just a constant consternation about this team. But ownership, Harris, Greenberg, the front office stepped up. It's a major move, guys. And I know it's not a 10-year deal and it's not Kyle Tucker. I don't care. It's damn near $40 million a year, and you made a guy the second highest paid pitcher in the sport. It's the biggest contract AAV ever handed out to a left-hander.
Right.
That's serious. That's serious stuff. So I just want to know if we can all get on the same page now. Because to me, now I'll talk World Series. Now you've done something that warrants that. No, and I know, to use a line from Jim Costa this morning, because he did a smarm alarm. No, Framber Valdez isn't going to have a bases-clearing double in Game 5 of the ALCS. But we'll get to that, okay? We can fix that. We can figure that part out later. 248-539-9797. David Kenny will get you guys aboard next as well. We get the NBA trade deadline coming up in about an hour. We have Max Crosby news. This is a fully loaded baked potato today. A day of relief. Thank God someone stood up from the table at the Coney, flipped the table, chili everywhere, and paid the bill.
Yeah, because I guess we now have a team that's a buyer.
Yes, they're going for it.
Yeah.
And I can respect that, even if I would have done a little different.
I wasn't expecting it. I was walking out the Coney.
Nobody was expecting that.
Wait. Did you just pay the bill?
I was expecting Chris Bassett on a charcuterie board.
All right. Okay. Guys, well, here's the beauty. I can sit and watch all of these games in the basement, done for me by Matrix Basements. I love what they did for me. They can do the exact same thing for you, and they can do it right now. They're offering the Build Now, Pay Later program. It's 0 interest and 0 payments into the year 2028. You don't have to wait for your new dream space. Go to matrixbasements.com right now. Schedule that free consultation. They'll come out and they'll design your new dream space, whether it's a totally unfinished basement like mine or they're adding on a room to your existing basement. It doesn't matter, because no matter what, it's Build Now, Pay Later, 0 interest, 0 payments until the year 2028. No reason to wait. Start right now. Go to matrixbasements.com. As a matter of fact, if you start now, you may be enjoying the baseball season opening pitch right there in your brand new basement, but you don't want to wait. Build now, pay later, and enjoy your beautiful new basement sooner.
All right, big day. Framber Valdez. I think it's more important. It doesn't even matter who the hell they signed. It's that they signed someone for $40 million a year. It's that they seemingly have put their chips in, and I'm down with it. I don't have to love the player to love the idea, to love the fact that somebody finally stepped up in this town. And Harris, Greenberg, and company, Chris Ilitch, they deserve credit. They do. You can't just ask your owner for $40 million on a dinner napkin. That's a tough ask, especially when you're already sitting on that edge of payroll. So I'm good with it. And yes, we can have fun. We can ask questions. I don't have any problem if somebody goes, I wish they would have had a bat. You had all this dry powder. Why did it? You can ask all the questions you want. Yeah. The result's the result. I think you're now the overwhelming favorite to win the Central. And now, if the pitching stays healthy, who the hell's lining up to face that in the playoff series? That won't be a treat.
No, especially in a 5-game, because it was like, okay, well, you had Skubal in a 5-game, so you're going to have to see him twice. No, I think a lot of people were ready to be angry because you didn't know what the outcome of this arbitration was going to be. And then it was, wait, did we just get something good here?
Yes. Yes, you did.
And you were almost waiting for the rake. Like, okay, but what's the price for this?
There is no price.
Right.
And look, the Skubal thing, Rico, I am fine if people are upset. I'm fine. Why did we pay another person and not our guy? Those are natural fan reactions. I'm done with it. And now, because you went out, and look, you defied a lot of the reports. If this was truly done independent of the Skubal arbitration, you defied the reporting from the best in the business that the arbitration would dictate your expenditures or level of expenditure. Because at no point did winning the arbitration equate to Framber Valdez at 40 a year, 38 a year. It equated to maybe we could chase a Giolito, a Bassett, a Michael Kopech, something like that. This is a serious message being sent, and I think it changes how the organization gets viewed locally. I can't change national.
Right.
Locally, I think we all can look at it a little different and go, okay, there's dry powder here, and they're willing to get serious.
Yeah, because I said go get an arm and go get maybe 2 bats. All right, well, you got the arm. Oh, boy.
Hold on. Don't be playing with my emotions. If this is Michael Porter, I'm going to have to take a lap around the building.
No, it is not basketball related. It is Detroit Tigers related. We have an answer here on the arbitration case. Tarek Skubal has won his arbitration case.
Wow. So the Tigers will now have $70 million committed in 2 and almost $100 million in 3 pitchers with Jack Flaherty. Skubal, and by the way, look, this is why, and I'm not, there's no flowers. This isn't curing cancer. I just want to make a point. This is why I will never root for a team to get over on a player, because the money is there. Skubal wins his arbitration and gets $32 million. He deserves every effing cent. And that's why I couldn't stand with the organization. We got to beat our guy so we can go sign. No. You know why? They lost the arbitration and still went and wrote a $38 million check because the money's there. That's all. I don't need anyone to draw a warm bath here. I'm just making a point.
Yes, you like to say, that's what the money's for.
And I'm allowed to be happy for Skubal. He's earned it. I hate baseball economics. That's why. And I know.
It didn't have to go that route. It's like, guys, seriously, I don't need an hour to tell you I won back-to-back Cy Young.
Skubal walked in. He threw a 101-mile-an-hour fastball at the blackboard and walked out. Right. There's my presentation. David, Kenny as well, what are your initial reactions to it? And again, if you don't like my approach, I'm relieved that someone stepped forward, that I believe I can treat this team differently, because this is all I've asked for. So when they deliver upon that, this is all it takes to make me happy. Spend, act like you care, let your balls drop, let's get after it. That's it. Deliver a championship to my people, our audience. That's it. I don't care about almond sales, parking lots, new planes. I don't care. I want the people. That's it. So you did it.
Heated seats.
It doesn't matter to me. Yes, David.
This is also what I wanted, which is why last night when the alert came across my phone, I was in complete shock. It was something that I never expected the Tigers to do, because I just believe that they were waiting on the decision for the arbitration, and if they were going to spend the extra 13 or whatever. This was so far over that I was just I was like shocked, like in my couch, just sitting there like, are you serious? And then after the initial shock comes, I'm happy. Because I see the rotation and I see what they've done, and I'm like, okay, all right, we're doing something here.
Yes.
We are actually doing something here, and that for once was a breath of fresh air for this city. It really was.
Because and I go back to it. Like, I don't speak for anybody else, just me. You get tired of being pissed. You get tired of feeling like the owner doesn't care. Well, this is where you can finally change the discussion. You can't take writing a check for $40 million when you're already middle of the table payroll-wise. Can't take it lightly. You got to want it if you're going to write that check. So that allows me to feel better about the stupid hat I wear. It allows me to feel better about going, all right, maybe we can get to a World Series here. And if you get there, it's as coin flippy as it gets, man. Unless you're playing the cheating ass Astros who knocked my team out in 17. Not that I'm bitter. Kenny, your thoughts as a daiquiri crowd truther.
Before Kenny speaks, because I also say this, because this was before now we know the arbitration ruling.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people on social media, well, they must know they won the arbitration. It had nothing to do with that. This isn't something that you come up with in 10 minutes. You don't leave the arbitration case, go to dinner and say, all right, let me call Valdez's agent and see if we can get this. No, they have clearly been taking care of this for weeks, trying to get things done. It had nothing to do with the arbitration case.
No, and I think fans can feel better about rooting for their team. They lost the arbitration. They got to stroke a $32 million check there. And then they go out and pay damn near $40 for another guy. This is their version of all in. So if you're not happy with this, I don't know what they would do that would make you happy. And again, you can be happy with it, but still have questions about, to Rico's point, timeline. Hey, would you have preferred, whatever, a Pete Alonso, a Bo Bichette, whatever your version of perfect was. But at the end of this, did they improve their ability to win the Central? Yes. Did they improve their ability to stack up against just about anybody in what seems to be a deep but wide open AL? Yes. And that's all I ask for. So now it's time for the other three teams to get up off their asses, wipe the chili from their face, and do something. This is what we want, damn it.
Maybe Trajan Landing about to get up and.
Hey, you know what? I want Trajan to be like Will Ferrell in Eastbound and Down. I can feel it in my plums. Bluish hue. Go get Michael Porter Jr., damn it. Kenny, talk to me. You're a daiquiri creature. What's the story?
Yeah, this daiquiri creature is very happy, and I feel like maybe I was a victim of this. I'm definitely guilty of doing this, but the idea of just being so browbeaten by every team in the city at some point, whether it's we like our guys, whether it's we're going to add in the margins, whether it's whatever the hell Steve's been doing for the last 3 years. I mean, it's felt like it's never going to change, and I think I was a victim of that mentality of, oh, well, I'm just used to it now. This is the way it is around here. I'm glad one of these GMs finally put their ass in the jackpot. I think that's what this was, is a statement saying this. You can disagree with the signing, by the way. You could say, I wish we would have gotten this guy, or this guy. But this is them planting their flag saying this is the team, this is the construct that we're going to try to win a World Series with. And that I can actually respect it. The natural next question might be, who's the next guy to, as you said, Mike, wipe the chili off their face?
Sorry, it's just because he talks Coney all the
With my
time.
plum.
Yeah, the bluish hue. 248 desk pop 248-539-9797. Let's check text communications next. We'll keep it timely, and I want to get to the phones. What's your reaction to it? Your baseball team has decided they want to let their balls drop. They want to get after it. I'd like to know what you guys think. Because for all the anger, the stress, the depression, look, they delivered on something, guys. And I think it's okay to be happy. It's okay to just tip your cap. Be the Derek Jeter respect kid. Chris Ilitch and Scott Harris and Greenberg, they did a nice job here. This is real. They're adults.
I do have a question for you.
And I'll ask it next.
And I'll ask it next.
I knew that was coming. Feel it in my plums. 97.